Hey everyone, it's Megan Alexandria. I just wanted to stop by and check in with everybody as the holidays are coming to an end and we're about to begin another new year. I just wanted to kind of drop by and energetically check in, see how all of you guys are doing. I'm doing pretty good. I was reminded today that as an empath and a psychic medium, the holidays are kind of a lot energetically for everybody, but especially if you are an empath, it is a very important time to practice good psychic self-care, which also means good energetic hygiene. And so I thought I'd just drop by and give you like some quick, easy tips and reminders, things that you can do to bring yourself back into balance. I've had to use a few of these today. I don't know if you saw in my stories today, but this morning I was taking my pack on a walk and we came up on an injured crow, and luckily I was able to get him some help, and you know, I feel very good about it. But as an empath, I did absorb some of the crow's energy, especially because I'm particularly sensitive and in tune to animal energy, which I'm sure you've probably heard me say or you've probably guessed by now. But anyways, here are some things that I think about when there's a situation like this morning with the crow that brings to my attention that some psychic self-care or energetic hygiene is needed. Usually my first cue is that I am having a big emotion and it may or may not seem to be mine, or usually it feels disproportionate to what's happening. You know, the situation with the crow, yes, it does warrant, you know, a little bit of, you know, sensitive feelings for sure. But I kind of had a very big emotional reaction on my way to go take the crow to the wild bird rescue. And that's when I realized, like, oh, okay, I'm having one of those empath things. And that's okay. So what I suggest, one way that I remember to take care of my entire being, so my mental, emotional, physical, and also spiritual self, is I remember the elements, okay? So I'm thinking earth, air, fire, water, right? That's 4 things. So earth, I'm thinking my physical body. What does my physical body need right now? And so for me, a lot of times, because I tend to hang out in these upper chakras, I tend to live in the spiritual world, even though my body is here. For me, when I am doing earth maintenance to my energetic self, it is a matter of sitting on the ground, taking off my socks, which I just remembered to do, and walking with my feet on the dirt, on the earth. And also for me, if we're talking about earth, we're talking about physical body, physical needs. I have emotional support animals, so physical touch for me is very important. I'm particularly drawn to animals because I have a strong psychic connection to them, always have, more than people. So my animals, you know, let's see, Ebony knows that I could use some extra kisses, and so we provide mutual aid for each other. She gets pets, I get kisses, and so for me, it's usually sitting on the ground, taking off my socks and shoes, getting them into the earth. That is how I ground myself and take care of the earth aspect. Another way you might want to take care of that aspect is by actually moving your body or eating something. If you, you know, haven't eaten in a while, eat something. That physical act will bring you back into the physical part of your body and is an act of earth energy maintenance. So that's earth. The next thing that I think about is air, clearing the air around me. And so for me, most times that's smoke cleansing the space that I'm in. If you cannot smoke cleanse where you're at, like if you cannot rock the sage or whatever it is, or if that's not culturally available to you, cool. You know, essential oils are another thing you could use. I've also seen spray aura mists. I've used those in a workplace. You know, somebody walks out of your office and you're like, that energy was just too much, and you cleanse it out of there. You can make your own essential oil blend for situations like that. So clearing the air around you helps to clear the space in your mind, your thoughts, things like that. So that's air. Another good thing to think about besides earth and air is the water aspect of your being, which is your emotional body. Okay. And so since we're talking about the emotional body, that is, you know, heavily in your, you know, heart, your solar plexus, and your gut, where we connect with others. So for me, I say it all the time. If you've ever had a reading from me, you've probably heard me say this 5,000 times, but fresh squeezed lemon water is my jam. Particularly, like, for me, a lot of stuff as an empath, and I find with a lot of empaths, stuff sticks around in our solar plexus. So solar plexus, you know, the color corresponding to that is yellow. So lemons actually really help cleanse that space. And I just find in general it really helps cleanse your aura. I used to use this when I, you know, worked at a job that wasn't my house, and it's one of those cool, like, discreet energetic maintenance things. Now the other water aspects might just be taking space and allowing yourself to just feel what you're feeling. That's something that I kind of forget to do a lot because I have a Capricorn moon, and I like to stay busy. So, you know, just giving those feelings a space, which means, you know, either maybe taking a break from what you're doing and just kind of feeling what you're feeling, and, you know, allowing it to pass in and out of your mind like it's a, you know, a ship sailing through your consciousness, and seeing what it is, acknowledging for what it is, and letting it pass. That might be something you need. Other people really find, you know, relating to other people, venting to a friend or a trusted ally to be very useful. Another thing that a lot of people like to do is to write it out, get it out of your body, and cleanse that way. So write it down, put it in your phone, whatever it is, make a little video with your phone, but get it out of yourself, so that way it's not sitting in there and, you know, weighing you down, keeping you heavy. So, you know, water, emotional self-care, okay? The last one that I'm going to touch on is fire, and I associate fire with our Kundalini or our spirit. And so for me, cleansing the spirit aspect of myself usually means that I need to do something that connects me to my divine consciousness. So something that makes me feel like a divine being and gets me out of the grand illusion that I am, you know, in this world, and that I am just but a human being, when really, you know, we are all divine spiritual beings. What I like to do is a lot of different things, but sometimes for me it's certain music gets me into that space. Meditation will get me into that space. Working with my tarot cards gets me in that space. Having a chat with my spirit guides will do it sometimes too. So sometimes though, when I need a fire cleansing, sometimes I really actually do need to set something on fire. I have a lot of fire in my chart, and I kind of just like to work that way in general when it comes to magic and spells. So sometimes I need to write something out and light it on fire. Or if I am really in a spiritually just kind of restless place, I notice that what like really helps me remedy this feeling to want to escape or feed into escapism is to allow myself some healthy escape, like I'll go to like the beach or the woods or whatever. But for me, sitting by a campfire. So, you know, if you have a friend that has a bonfire in their backyard, cool. If you have a little tiny cauldron at home, whatever, but sometimes it's super medicinal to just sit in front of the fire. If you've ever sat around a campfire and like lost track of time because you were mesmerized by its magic, you know, that's fire medicine doing its thing. And sometimes if I am really, really having a lot of fire inside of me, which does happen because like I said, I have a lot of fire in my chart. Sometimes for me, the fire act is primal screaming and yelling. So oftentimes, you know, I will do that in my car because it's a safe space. Or if I'm far enough out in nature to where that's not going to alert somebody that I'm like in danger when I'm not, then I will do it then too. So we've covered, you know, earth, air, fire, water. Those are the, you know, 4 places that I look to when I am noticing that I need a little bit of, you know, energetic maintenance and psychic self-care. So I hope that's helpful to you. You're welcome to send me any questions. You can, you know, click the message button if you're watching this on Instagram. You can do the same if you're on Facebook. You can also, if you're in my Facebook group, Revolutionary Mystics, you're also welcome to post and tag me in it or send me a direct message as well. If you're not in my group yet, you should totally check it out. We're almost 500 intersectional feminist witches, which is quite amazing, and it's a lovely group. We'd love to have more people that are, you know, energetically aligned with what we are into. So if that calls to you, come check it out. I hope you're well, and I hope you've all had a fantastic holiday, celebrating or not celebrating, whatever it is you do at this time of year, and I hope you take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye guys.